I'm going to give you a brief overview of the mixing process. The first screen shows the size of the batch, and the quantities of each product are calculated on this screen. We can see different inputs where the products are connected, and this is where we set those. You also can set your holdback rinse quantity at the top. We'll hit the play button to start the batch. An error message will be thrown if a product is not assigned. In this case, the dry flowable was not assigned to the fusion inductor, so we'll do that and save it. Now we can hit the play button and start the mix. Communications are established between the tablet and the machine via Wi-Fi with a direct communication. Internet is not needed at this point. We also see that the water is starting to flow now. Electric pumps were started, and the inductor is being pre-filled with water for measuring the dry flowable. You also see the abundant edge going through input 1 and being measured and flowing directly to the sprayer. In continuous mode, water flows directly through the inductor and out to the sprayer. We use the increment button to add quantity for each jug or bag of fertilizer that's poured. It's back into the weighing mode. Now we can pour the odd amount of dry product and measure it in by weight. The top number is the actual quantity, the bottom number is the target. We hit finish to record that. That triggers the inductor to drain and rinse. The abundant edge on input 1 is completed, and now it is rinsing the manifold. The process for the abundant edge is complete. The fusion inductor is rinsing. The prowl input on input 2 is about 25% complete. The next thing for the inductor is the trophy gold. It calls for more than a jug full, so we put it directly on the rinse nozzle to use air to drain it quickly. Once the measurement of the product has happened, it goes directly into a rinsing mode that uses air and water for a powerful rinse. We recorded 2.01 gallons of product from that first jug, and we'll pour the balance. While rinsing is happening, the inductor is also being drained so it never fills up. The target quantity is 3.12 gallons, and we poured 3.12 gallons. We hit the finish button to step on to the next step in the process. We are up to input number 3 of the Salvan, and it is just about 3/4 finished. The inductor is rinsed and draining for the next product. You can see the top blue bar. That is the total quantity of liquid products that have been pumped to the sprayer. Now we're pouring our last hand pour product. The target quantity is 0.5 gallons. .53 will be recorded as the actual quantity in the records. The water is about 50% in. The inductor is rinsing. Once the inductor rinse is complete, all the chemicals are in, and the system will open up the water flow to full speed at this point. We jumped ahead on the screen so we could see the end of the process. The water is complete, and now we have the option to add tags for sorting records, or you can add notes to the record.